Today, we're gonna see if this jump box will start this truck with completely flat batteries. Welcome back to Project Time Garage. Today, I wanted to take a quick few minutes and run over some jumper slash booster box things. I have a ton of these things. This is just a few, and they all have pretty specific purposes around my place. When you have as many vehicles as I have, you're using a lot of jump boxes. That's just how it works. And what I found is they're so widely varied in what they can and can't do. For example, like this box, it does great for ATV, lawnmower, maybe a small vehicle with a weak battery. It'll start them just fine. But when you find something that doesn't have a battery, or like, maybe a V8 that's got a really weak battery, your mileage is going to vary with it. It's not wonderful. Then you have the things like these, like this little, this is what is a Noco Genius boost, and this little JF Igloo or whatever it is. The cheaper, Amazon special type stuff. These have a good place too. And actually, I've had pretty good success with both of these over the years as far as a weak battery and kind of getting your stuff going like that. But what I have realized is if you have no battery at all, they're pretty much worthless. If your battery is almost completely flat or your battery is bad, not so good. I will say though, this one has the ability to actually turn on without a battery. It doesn't require voltage to turn the thing on. Like this one has to see battery voltage, or else it says, hey, yo, I'm out of the game, I'm never gonna try. At least this one will do that. And hey, for the price, they work extremely well. The other thing I can mention about these is if your car doesn't start pretty quick, if it's one of those that, let's say maybe you're trying to prime a fuel pump or it's flooded or something like that, they don't last long. You don't have a whole lot of cranking there. Bigger boxes do a whole lot better for that. But I carry one of these in pretty much all my cars just because they work good. Plus this one's got a tire inflator on it too. Makes it even more handy. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I bought all this stuff quite a while back. I've had this stuff for years, and I've got more of it. I just didn't feel like dragging it all out. Anyway, the crux of the story. All of these have some limitations, except this one. I have not found much of a limitation on this thing yet. Everything that I have thrown at it, it has been, serious. This is not one of the cheap Chinese boxes. This is more of a commercial box made by Goodall. Claims 10,000 amps. Now, I don't think you're gonna get 10,000 amps through those cords, but I'm not a mathematician. I don't know. I will say that like the clamps and stuff are extremely tight on them, and unlike most, between the clamps they actually have connections from this side to this side. Like most of these boxes, this one for example, you see that the wire comes into the clamp and goes right into this side and attaches there. This side has no power at all unless some is kind of getting through this little hinge, and they're kind of weak. So way better made box. But I've started some pretty serious machinery with this. Think big farm tractors, big diesel engines, 9 liters, stuff like that with weak batteries. They work good. But I've never really put it to the test. And that's what I want to do today. I want to try and start a diesel engine with both of its batteries completely flat, absolutely dead, been dead for probably a month or so. I want to see if it could actually pull that off. Figure it might make a good video as I do it. Let's run up and take a look at our victim that we'll be jumping off today, and I'll go ahead and take a multimeter and show you what the battery voltage is. I don't know what it is, but I expect it's completely dead zero because the thing can't even turn on a dome light. It can't, it's dead. D-E-D dead. We're talking deader than dinner. Let's go check it out. Well, that's our victim. This is a 2006 Chevrolet Kodiak C4500. 6.6 Duramax Allison transmission and completely flat batteries. So I'm going to change the battery out in my camera before we ever get started. And I'm going to do all this in one single take, you know, without turning the camera on and off, without cutting anything, because I want you guys to see a real representation of what I'm seeing. We'll go measure the batteries, see if they're 0 or a few volts or what they're at. We'll connect the box and we'll see if the thing starts. Should be pretty quick in and out. Let's go have a look. All right, we're here at the truck. This thing has a port for jumper cables. And these are those jumper cables right here. And what we're gonna do, I'll plug these in first. They go in like that. And we're gonna take our multimeter. We're gonna come to the ground. I'll just pop it in there like that. And for the hot, pop it in there like that. What we got? 0.65 volts. So that's just about a half a volt. Dead batteries. And you know, the thing's got a drain on it somewhere, like a parasitic draw. I don't know where the heck it's coming from. Let's see if I can back you up some here, because I'm not going to turn the camera off. Let's see if we can clip you right here, like so, where you can see everything here. There we go. All right. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. All right. I'll just take these. Now, this is one of those things that has a safety mechanism that won't turn on unless it detects voltage. So what we'll do is I'll go positive to positive, like so. Try not to ground out on anything, that will make a mess. And I will do negative to negative, like so. Let's see, like so, there. And let's see, let's pick you up again. I guess I'll have to set that down to open. Actually, I don't guess I have to do that. I guess I can walk around. Yeah, I can walk around. So let's turn it on. 98%. It's thinking about it. Says it's on. Well, I got a dinger, so there's that. I have a feeling that the power just turned off. No, maybe not. Not on try one. Go back over here and see what we've got. Still says it's on. Let's give it a second and see if it will or not. It doesn't help that this thing has an air compressor that runs and tries to air up the rear suspension. That's kind of a pain. Just give it a little more time. See if it'll go. Let's see. That's the compressor there. I want to turn that off. I don't need that extra draw. And I have nothing now. Don't know why. All right, back out to see what's going on. This, yeah, I hear it beeping over there. This thing times out after a period of time. That E2 drives me nuts. I can push this button and manually turn it on. There it is again. All right. But I don't think we're gonna have enough juice to get it to go. All right. No, I'm gonna say no. And that compressor's still trying to run. What else? The air's on. Sheesh, let's turn everything off. Well, it's still on and still says it's charging. And the cables are on and good. Nothing's really hot. Oh, look, timed out again. Still at 94%. I haven't really drawn much. Leads me to believe that maybe my connection at my cables isn't very good, maybe. I think that's what it, no, probably not. Probably not. Let's give it a little more time. Here, set you back up in the tripod a second. I do think I want to change this. These cables are a little bit warm, but I don't know. Maybe. Let's go back in there and give it another try. Okay, timed out again. I'm going to turn it back on. Down to 91%. Okay. Let's try it again here. Ooh, it got closer, didn't it? That's how we do it. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to turn it on and off. Get some power built up in those batteries. And the next time it times out, I'm going to swap the way these right here are hooked up. I'm going to try to reverse them. I think if we had the battery tray out and we were working directly on the batteries, you'd have a better result. Maybe, I don't know. There we go. Let's turn these around. Just hooked it back up. And we're going again. Now that ground is really, really hot. Definitely pulling some juice for sure. Would it start this truck without a battery at all? No, probably not. Would it start the truck? Maybe if we keep doing this, I think it probably will. If we were right on the batteries, that might actually help some too. We're actually asking a whole lot of these jumper cables. I mean, they're good quality jumper cables, but I mean, give me a break. It can only be so. Oh, here we go again. Look. Let's see. Turn it off and back on. 82%. I'm going to give it one more cycle of that. And we'll go back in there and try it again. I mean, it turned over pretty good that time. There's just so much demand on the electrical system. It's got that compressor trying to bring the suspension back up, and the dinger, I don't know how much a dinger pulls, probably not much, but fuel pump going on. So it's, there's a lot to it. Oh, there's also a fast fuel system under it. That thing's running. It's pulling some amperage, I'm sure. So yeah, this is a challenging truck to start with just a set of cables and a booster box. Let's go back down here. Should be timing out again coming up. Okay, we'll turn it off, we'll turn it back on. This time when it charges, we'll go back to the truck. Let's see. Get you unhooked. All right, it's charging again. Is this going to be the moment of truth? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, can the box start the truck with a completely dead battery? Yes. Is it optimal? No. Would it have done it on just those jumper cables with no batteries on the truck? No. Would it have done it directly on the battery cables themselves with no batteries? Probably not. Don't know. Just go on with the batteries. Put you back up here. Yeah, this negative cable is hot, Phil. See? Told you. Yucky. Okay, there. Whole purpose of this exercise was to take this thing and put it down at the shop. Let's do that. Are we charging? Yes, we are charging. Okay. Let's get some air ride going. Maybe we should roll the windows down as opposed to running the air conditioner. We're just gonna let that sit there and run for a while, build those batteries back up a little bit. So can it start it? Yes, we have definitively proven that. That's a pretty good box. I mean, I gotta say, yeah, it didn't start it right off, but it's a really good box. It works. It's worked every time I've ever needed it. And you saw how hard it was trying to crank on that truck, and those cables were smoking hot, but it stayed in there and did the job as usual. I'll stick a link down there if you guys want one of those boxes. You can get them on Amazon. They are expensive. They are expensive as hell, but they sure do work, and they work every time. There's that. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about us, and guys, I'll see you next time.